Hi, everybody. My name is John Doherty, and this is another Mindfulness Dad and Tech video. So I've got three boys, 10, 8, and 8. It's January 2024, and zooming in from Alicante in Spain today. So it's a nice day. So all things tech for kids. Okay, so a couple of ground rules. This is through my own experience with the kids over the years, and I'm also an expert in tech and computers for many years. When the kids were young, I bought them tablets, Kindles. I thought that would be helpful. It wasn't. Uh, so had to get rid of the Kindles again. Um, so the first piece of advice I would give is don't give your kids a tablet. The big reason is they're really harsh on the brain because they're looking at a small screen all the time. It really focuses and narrows their vision. It affects their brain. Half an hour to an hour on the tablet, and your child's going to be on speed. It's like might as well give your kid, I know it's controversial, cocaine or speed or something, because it just sends them into another dimension. Now, obviously, there are times to give your child a tablet or your phone, where you need, none of what I say is a judgment. There are, of course, times to do that. And what I would recommend, though, is that you buy a tablet for yourself, or you have your own phone in kids mode, like on my Oppo phone, my Android phone. It has a kids mode where it only allows the kids certain access to certain apps and for a certain length of time. So I find that really helpful. But if I was to go back again, I would buy one tablet and I'd say, this is my tablet. Again, you don't want to give ownership rights to the child. So this is my tablet, and you can watch it now you can watch Peppa Pig or whatever the cartoons are for a certain length of time, and then I will take that tablet back. The second thing I would do is get rid of YouTube. I do not like YouTube. Again, in experience, there are just too many diverse options available on YouTube that aren't necessarily censored or healthy for your child. And also, a lot of the stuff that's made in YouTube is not made very well. It's, let's watch a game, somebody else playing a game, for example. So if you're going to give content to your kids, pick healthy content. Go to Netflix, download stuff. If you're going to use YouTube, download stuff, pre-download what you're going to choose. And, even YouTube for kids is better than the normal YouTube, although I'm not a fan of that either. I just find YouTube, it messes with the kids' heads. Again, the stuff is also fast. It's so invasive. It's not really, any sort of content that's slower and is healthier. Slower is healthier. Okay. So this is just my tech channel video for today. Also, one of the rules now moving forward, our kids are still young, but even when they become teenagers, is there will be no tech in the bedrooms. There will be no tech in the bedroom. So as it is, we don't have TVs in the bedrooms, obviously, because then, and it's the same when, what I have now for my kids, and this is probably the best option, although it is expensive, is to have a proper PC. So we have a home office here in the house. I have 4 PCs, one for myself, one for each of my kids. Everything is out in the open. Everything has controls, parental controls on it. And it's just a much healthier option in general to have somebody sit in front of a screen with the proper distance and the proper, everything is set up for their backs. So, and the advantages they get to, from an educational point of view, I mean, they play games on the computer, of course, but from an educational point of view, they're learning about computers all the time. So what I first did was I set each of the children up with a Google account for children, with me as the parent. So you can do that, and then you have Google Family support. So basically, you can say what age the children are, and therefore it limits what they can access within their Google account. And it also filters the web. And then on each computer, which I have here running Windows 11, I have Microsoft parental controls. So what I did was I have my own Microsoft account, which is online with Microsoft, a family account, and then I set up account using the Google email that I have for each of my children. I added them to my Microsoft family account as my children. And my wife is there as well. So both myself and my wife have full access to Microsoft's parental controls, which are really quite good. You can set time for how long they can be on the computer, what apps they can use, what apps they can't use. It sends you reports about what they're doing and looking at. And all of it's really, really helpful. So that's the approach that I have taken and I find to be the best. I'm not a fan of, I'm not a fan, again, it's not a judgment. If you have one of these, that's fine. But I'm not a fan of game consoles. Switches, PlayStations, Xboxes, no, 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 no. Again, they're like drugs, The best thing, again, to do is to spend that money on a proper computer with a decent screen, and then lock everything down using the Windows and the Google parental controls. And you'll have a much better environment for your child, not just to play games, but to learn on as well, to use for schoolwork, to begin to know how to use computers, to do some programming. I mean, the educational uses are endless. It's much better for your child's posture, to use a proper screen and computer, and obviously to have that computer in a public place in the house, particularly as they get older, so they're not getting access to content that you don't want them to, that's not healthy. Okay, so please leave me some comments if you feel like it. I hope today's video has been helpful. Again, I'm just offering my own experience. If you need any help with anything, just let me know. There's no judgment in this video. Whatever you do with your children is up to you, of course, but I hope some of the things I've offered today are helpful. Okay, go well.